A year ago, if you looked at my life from the outside, you might have thought I had it together. I had spent 6 years working as an aircraft mechanic, and on paper that sounded like a solid career. But the truth is, I was losing control of my life behind the scenes. I was stuck in destructive habits, avoiding my emotions, and making choices that were taking me further away from the person I wanted to be. The turning point came when I realized that if I kept going down that path, I was going to lose much more than a job. I was going to lose myself. So I made one of the hardest decisions of my life. I quit my career I had built over 6 years in order to pursue sobriety. That decision was scary because I was walking away from something familiar without knowing exactly what my future would look like. But for the first time in a long time, I was finally being honest with myself. My recovery journey through 2025 was not one single moment. It was a process. I went into detox, then rehab, then sober living, then outpatient treatment. For most of the year, my life was centered around healing, learning, and rebuilding. It was not easy. Recovery forced me to slow down and really look at myself. I had to ask hard questions about my behaviors, my mindset, and the ways I had been coping with pain and stress for years. What made the biggest difference was that my recovery became more than just quitting substances. It became a spiritual journey. I started practicing self-analysis and introspection in a way I never had before. I began to understand my long-time negative patterns and the self-destructive habits that had shaped so much of my life. I also learned that I could not keep blaming circumstances or others while ignoring the things that I actually had the power to change. Little by little, I started building a new foundation. I learned healthier ways to deal with my emotions. I built a support system. I changed the external parts of my life that I could control. And instead of staying in environments that fed my old lifestyle, I created a new environment that actually supports my recovery. One of the biggest blessings to come out of that decision is stability. Sobriety has given me the chance to go back to school and start building a better future for myself. It has allowed me to begin making amends in my relationships with families and friends. I cannot change the past, but I can show people through my actions that I am becoming someone different as part of my living amends. If there is one thing this journey has taught me, it is that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is step away from the life you know in order to save your life. I thought I was giving something up when I left my job, but in reality, I was giving myself a chance to rebuild. Recovery did not just change my habits, it changed my direction, the course of my life, my mindset, and today I can honestly say that choosing sobriety was the best decision I have ever made. Thank you.